everyone, it's Julie from Camellia Crafts Designs. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just here with a quick video showing you how to bind this journal. I was going to do it off camera, but after speaking to Tanya and also one of my subscribers asking to see the 5/0 pamphlet stitch, I thought I would do it on camera. And I am going to use a 5/0 pamphlet stitch on this. It doesn't necessarily need it. A 3 would be fine because it's not too huge a journal, but it will, I think it'll just make it a bit more secure with it turning into a chunky little monkey. I have already gone ahead and put some lace on the outside of the cover, which will also help strengthen it, and I've put that on before binding. I like to see the binding through the lace, and I also think that lace then does strengthen the cover rather than just cover it. So I have taken all the ephemera out, and there's no wonder it were a chunky little monkey. I didn't realise I'd put so much stuff in. Look at all that. There's loads. So yeah, we'll pop that to one side. When I've bound it, I'm going to make a pouch to pop it in out of this muslin fabric. I've not made it yet because I don't know how chunky it's going to be and how big to make the pouch. It's basically just going to be, yeah, I'm not going to use this many thicknesses of fabric obviously, but it's just going to be a simple little pouch like that you can pop it in, close the cover over, and then I'll tie around with some seam binding. So yeah, that's the concept anyway. I'm not going to make that on camera. I don't sew on camera much. I can't reach properly. Right, binding. Right, before you bind, make sure you've got all your pages right way up. I know it sounds right obvious, and I know these are right way up because I've only just gone through them, but just make sure of that, because it's, you can undo it and do it again, but I'd prefer not to. So then everything's lined up. I like to use, I've now got big bulldog clips, and I use these. I don't get on well using paper clips, so when that's all bound, I get my metal ruler and I just tamp down right into the middle. Tamp, is that even a word? I don't know. I'm sure it is. And then when I'm happy, which I'm not happy with that, it keeps, ooh. Now I'm happy, so I'm going to clip either side. You probably don't need clips this big, I just prefer it. Just to make sure your pages aren't going to move while you're binding. And that's that one. So I can move my ruler now. So I'm happy with that. Now I use one of these cradles, and yeah, it just makes life so much easier. You don't have to, it can be done without one, but do you know what, I've spent so much time on this journal, I'm gonna bind it with the cradle because I really don't want to make a mess of it. So there we go. Where's my tool? I'm going to use my brad awl. I'm going to centre my signature in the cover. I'm going to make sure the centre of the spine is in the middle. And then I don't tend to measure and get all the L's certain amount apart. I just do tend to make sure my first one goes in the middle, and to do that I use my centering ruler. So that's about right. I'm going to put one more clip on here now just to make sure that my cover doesn't move. Now I'm happy that it's in the right place. And I'm happy. So I'll bob one on there. So I'm going to come in, and at the middle I'm going to punch through. Yeah, oh, I punched along. Do you know, I've got two brad holes. That one is too thick. Where's my other brad hole? Here it is. Much thinner. I'm really not happy with the size of that hole, but that's where knot's going to go. I can live with it. Just make sure that's right down in. Yeah. Then I'm going to do one yay far up. Then that far up again. And then in the centre of both those, I'm going to do another one. Right. Now I've done it in the cradle, I'm just going to check that they do all come out the other side before I take my clips off. Yeah, and that they're coming out on my spine. Yeah. That one doesn't seem to want to come out. Yeah, now it has. And that one, yeah. So I'm happy with all those. Move my cradle now. Right. Now I'll grab a needle. Mine are quite sharp. Some people say they don't prefer the needles too sharp, but they're not sharp, if you know what I mean. Look, I've just been stabbing my finger with it and it didn't hurt. That's how unsharp this needle is. Right, and I tend to use either of these wax linen threads. I get it in white and I get it in brown. I think on this journal the brown is going to look best, so I'm going to use brown. Now I like to have a lot of this left inside my journal to tie a nice bow, so I tend to use about 4 times the length of my book. Yeah, it's more than you need, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Right, and this is one needle I can see to thread. Move everything else where I don't need. Right, so I'm going to go in that centre hole. Yeah, if you are going to tie your threads off on the outside of the book, go in from the outside, whichever side you want your threads to end up. I know I did say I'd thought about having them come out of the spine and then, I'm off camera halfway, aren't I? And then tie it around. I decided against that. So I'm going in there. Now this is going to be very difficult because of the lace to see where the hole is. So I'm going to bring my brad hole back in. And I'm just going to pop it through so that I can see. And then I'm going to pull that out other side as I let my needle go through. Just going to take those off the edge so I can see. Yeah, I'm just looking to make sure it's going into the signature. There we go. Sometimes I have to get my acrylic pliers to pull this through, and I'm going to have to again. Don't help that I put hand cream on after washing pots. It is an ungreasy hand cream, but there we go. So get that pulled through. Works better when it's not up round corner at book. Now you can do this towards the top of the journal or towards the bottom. just need to make sure you go in the hole next to that. Right, then I'm going to go in that bottom hole from the inside at journal. That's better. Oh, I managed to pull that better. I need to pull some more thread through. I've left that tail a little bit long, so I'm just pulling a bit more. Right, now the next one, you want to go back in that hole. And you want to try not to go through that thread with your needle. I do sometimes, but it's fixable, it's not end of world. And I always like to have a peek. Ooh, peek didn't come out. I've got it through the cover. Now it's going through the signature. I've nearly made a new hole in that centre page. I like to feel there with my finger for it coming through. Yep. And again, I need my pliers for this bit. Pull it up. Now this next one, I think this is where I know I used to go wrong. Instead of going down into the next hole, bypass that hole completely and go into that one. I'm wondering if I've got my glasses on then, or finding it so hard to see that hole. There it is. So back out there. I'm just going to check that these are tight. Oh yeah, it's that were loose. Then we'll go back in the bottom hole, which is hard to see, but I think that's it. That's it, found it. And in there. Again, I feel with my finger for it coming through. I could have had those clips tighter, I think. Do you know, I'm going to take them off now because this is my last hole. There we go. Ooh, managed that without pliers. Right, now, can you see? Go back in that hole and you've got continuous thread all the way along your spine, and you'll come back out exactly there. I always have to have a look. I mean, I'm sure some people manage to do this a lot easier than I do. I'm by no means an expert at it. And then the last one is to go back in that centre. But before I do that, I'm just going to pull all these threads and make sure they're nice and tight. So I'm like chasing it. That's where I went in. And then I came up there. Did I? That's it, tighten that. Then that. And that. That's better. I've pulled one out the wrong way, that's it. There we go. That's it. we're nice and tight. I always like to do that before letting this last pass. So then we're going in this hole and back up through the centre. Oh, I'm trouble. Rest your elbow on something, woman, and then you'll do it without shaking. And we want to come up at the other side of that thread. There we go. So then you tie that and it holds this one down. So let's have a look. That looks pretty good. Just one final tighten. I'm trying to remember when I last did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I can't remember. We're nearly there. Pull the right one this time, woman. There we go. So it's nice and taut on back, lovely and neat. So now I'm going to go ahead and just knot this across once. This is how I do it. I just knot once and then tie a bow. As you can see, I've got far more thread than I needed, but as I said, I'd rather that than not enough. And then I'm going to snip it there, and that is my 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Take them off now. So there we have it. Pretty impressed with that, so I've not done one for a while. So the only thing left to do now with this is pop all my ephemera back in, pop it in a bag, and then I'll come back with a quick flip through. So whoever it was that asked, was it Jane? I'm terrible with names, I do apologise. I meant to look just before filming it who had asked about the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I can't remember, I'm terrible, I do apologise. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, just next one's just going to be a quick flip through. So thank you very much, bye.